Exercise. Connection. Breath. Lifestyle. Stretching. Pretzel. Flexibility. To practice. Stretching. Mind. Lifestyle. Energy. Meditation. Focus. Flow. Mental strength. That's right. Purpose. Flow. Presence. Movement. Connectivity. Enlightenment. Flow. Connection. You are all right, except whatever you said. I don't know why you said. Okay. Cool. So, the word yoga comes from Sanskrit. It is an ancient language, Sanskrit. And the word yoga in Sanskrit means union. So yoga, the definition of yoga is union. So every time we practice yoga, we're practicing union. And ultimately, from the yoga tradition, is the union with the everything. Have you heard that before? Like, we are all one, and that nature, we are nature, and the universe, and we're all connected. So yes, so yoga is a spiritual practice. But you don't have to be spiritual to benefit from the benefits that yoga has to offer, right? So this is not a spiritual course, okay? We might touch on certain aspects of it, but it's not a spiritual course. However, we will talk about a few things that relate to yoga. So yoga means union. Ultimately, it's the union with divine, with the divine energy, the lights that is somewhere. You know, when people talk about the lights, that's the union. So when we practice yoga, it allows us to remove and polish all the impurities of the body, the impurities of the mind, the impurities of our energy body. So the more pure we become by practicing yoga, we can become connected with the everything that is out there. Now, that's a very high level thing, right? Because union could be union to whatever's important to you. So what is important to you right now that you would like to have some union with? We might start with ourselves. Some of us say, well, I'm disconnected from myself. I would like to find union with myself. Yoga gives you that. You know, when you practice yoga, you get to that union with yourself. Now, it's whatever's important to you. It could be your wife. It could be your family. It could be your children. It could be nature. You know? Ultimately, for the most spiritual people, it's the union with God. But you don't have to believe in that, because your God could be the stars. It could be your children. It could be your family. It could be nature. So when we practice yoga, we are practicing that. How do we get closer to union with whatever's important to you? And that's yoga. Now, yoga was developed about 10,000 years ago. And the first written books of yoga are about 10,000 years old. And yoga was developed by men, for men. So only men were allowed to practice yoga and teach yoga. And this happened for the last 9,950 years. So only in the last 50 years, when the Western world discovered yoga, female took over this stuff. But it was meant for us. You know, men developed it. So that's a really cool thing to remember, that actually it is a male practice. So yoga is not just the physical practice. Yoga has different elements, and there are different types of yoga, okay? Now, we will focus today in something that we call the 8 limbs of yoga, which means that yoga has 8 different parts. And the physical practice is only one of 8 different elements of yoga, okay?